Seated on the dais with me, the patriarch, the founder, the visionary of the GMR group, Rao Sahab, my colleague in the ministry and in parliament, General V.K. Singh ji, Secretary Civil Aviation Rajiv Bansal ji, Chairman Airports Authority of India Sanjeev Kumar ji, DGB CAS Hassan Saheb, Joint Secretary in my ministry Rubina Ali ji, Head of CISF, members of the civil aviation fraternity here at the Delhi airport and across the country, and most importantly, my friends in the media. I have always said that India is at an inflection point. An inflection point in her history, her long history of civil aviation. Civil aviation has always been a key cornerstone in India over the last century. But under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, today it is the civil aviation sector that is not only contributing to the transportation sector and the infrastructure sector in India, not only contributing to making the lives of crores of people across the length and breadth of our country much more facilitatory, but is also a key enabler in the rise of the economic power of India. And a wonderful exposition of that has been the growth of our metro airports. Today, Delhi Airport, under the vision of the GMR Group, is cresting new highs. This is an airport that at one point of time was the highest passenger traffic airport in the country with 70 million people throughput. We are now looking in the next couple of months at growing this facility to one of the largest airports in the world at close to 109 million throughput capability. So civil aviation is going places. Not to use the metaphor, but we are actually touching the sky. Our fleet capacity has grown from 400 to 720 planes, a growth of close to 75% over a 9-year period. Our passenger throughput has grown from 6 crores to 14.5 crores, a growth of 120% over the last 9 years. But please mark my words, this is the beginning of the growth phase in Indian civil aviation. With the latest orders of Air India, of Indigo, new airlines like Akasa, growing their capacities, there will come a time in India, in the not too distant future, the next 3 years, 4 years, where our fleet capacity will grow from the current 720 to almost 1,500 aircraft. There will come a time in India, in the not too distant future, where if you look at our metro capacities today, which are at roughly 221 million passenger throughput, that will grow to above 400 million passenger throughput. There will come a time in India, in the not too distant future, where 9 years ago our country had 74 airports built over a period of 70 years. And in the last 9 years, doubled that capacity to 148 airports, heliports and waterdromes. But safar abhi bhi jari hai. That capacity will grow to 220 airports in the not too distant future. Our capability of carrying passengers, 14.5 crore today, by 2030, looking at tripling that capacity in terms of demand to almost 420 million passengers, 42 crores by 2030. That is the opportunity that civil aviation portends. And to that opportunity, to that melting pot, to that growth avenue, is the ever-increasing ambition of the Delhi airport heralded by the GMR Group. I must congratulate Rao Saab today for his relentless pursuit in terms of expanding, innovating, growing the capacity at Delhi airport. Today we are inaugurating the ECT, the Eastern Cross Taxiway, the first of its kind in India, where the northern part of the airfield and the southern part of the airfield will be conveniently connected by this ECT. Now, what does it mean for our travelers? It means a reduction in taxi time. What used to take 20 minutes, taxiing from one part of the airfield to the other part, and we've all experienced that, will now be reduced to 12 minutes at the maximum. So there's almost an 8 to 9 minute reduction in taxi time. This is nothing short of a marvel. There are many commuters who on a daily basis would think, what is this new bridge coming up? And today that will become a reality when you will have cars commuting below you and airplanes, as they should, commuting above you. So it's a twin ECT. You have the capacity, 2.1 kilometer long, 65 meters wide each. The capacity of being able to take an A380 or a B777 on one wing and an A380 and a B777 on the other wing, no pun intended, simultaneously. And that truly is a marvel that has been created and been achieved at the Delhi airport. The second innovation is what we see on our right, the fourth runway. This fourth runway makes Delhi airport the only airport in the country to have 4 runways. This fourth runway increases the capacity throughput of the Delhi airport from roughly 1400 to 1500 ATM per day, air traffic movements per day, to almost 2000 air traffic movements per day. This fourth runway, along with the terminal expansion, will aid in creating the capacity at the Delhi airport of 109 million people throughput, which will crest and beat even Atlanta in its capability. So India, ladies and gentlemen, is aiming high. India, ladies and gentlemen, is aiming to touch the skies. And along with that growth also comes responsibility. With the Eastern Cross Taxiway and the fourth runway, you will see a reduction of almost 55,000 tons of CO2 emission on an annual basis. So we are for growth. We are for cresting new horizons. But that growth and that cresting of new horizons is in a responsible and sustainable way, with the Prime Minister's impetus that has been given to net zero carbon emission effect by 2070. And this fourth runway and the ECT will aid and assist in achieving that goal. Today is a historic landmark day for Indian civil aviation, both on an infrastructure side and a services side. And with no hesitation, and with every bit of capacity at my command, I would like to congratulate the GMR group. I had been pushing them over the last 12 months to make sure that we get this capacity of the runway and the ECT online. Their next challenge, which I have put before them, is to ensure that the fourth terminal is also operational by October, prior to the onset of the rush season. And with that capacity in place, we will be then well positioned, both on an infrastructure side and a capability side, to once again restore India's national glory of creating her own international hub within India, which today is on our eastern border countries or our northwestern border countries. We must bring that glory back to India. And we are right now in consultation with the airlines, with the Delhi Airport and Airports Authority of India, to try and see how we create that international hub between T1, T2, T3 and T4, so as to make sure that you have a seamless travel journey with MCT, minimum connect time between domestic and international travel, thereby regaining our pole position as an international hub, starting with Delhi, with many more to come, with hard work, industrialness and perseverance. So on this day, congratulations to you, Rao Sahab, congratulations to your group, and may you stride ahead. Thank you very much.